In the world of tactical gear, there is a constant battle between high-tech and high reliability. Do you want a wrist-worn computer that can calculate ballistics and track your heart rate? Or do you want a piece of plastic that will survive a nuclear blast and cost less than a lunch? In 2025, the definition of military grade has shifted. It's no longer just about heavy metal and aggressive styling. It's about logistics, battery autonomy, and signature reduction. We have compiled the top 10 tactical timepieces of the year, ranking them not just by price, but by their utility in the field. From solar-powered GPS beasts to the $15 legend found in every conflict zone since 1990, these are the watches that actually get the job done. Let's synchronize watches and get started. Number 10. Garmin Instinct 2X. Solar. This is the option A for modern special operators who need data supremacy. The X stands for extra large, boasting a massive 50mm fiber-reinforced polymer case that is built to Miles TD 8 and 10 standards for thermal, shock, and water resistance. But the killer feature here is the integrated LED flashlight. It's not a gimmick. It offers variable intensities and a red light mode, or green in the tactical edition, to preserve night vision while reading maps or checking gear in pitch darkness. The solar part of the name is legitimate. In 2025, with sufficient sunlight, 50,000 lux hours, this watch effectively has unlimited battery life in smartwatch mode. That is a game changer for extended field ops where carrying charging cables is a liability. It features a dedicated stealth mode that instantly kills all wireless communications and stops storing GPS coordinates, ensuring you don't accidentally broadcast your position. It also includes Jumpmaster mode for calculating high-altitude release points and a kill switch to wipe user memory instantly. Why is it number 10? Complexity. It is a fantastic tool, but it is also a computer. It requires firmware updates, it has menus to navigate, and despite the solar charging, it is still a piece of tech that can theoretically glitch. It represents the peak of modern capability, but as we move down this list, we move towards simpler, fail-safe reliability. Number 9 is the standard Garmin Instinct 2 Solar. If the 2X is the tank, this is the Humvee. It packs 90% of the capability of the 2X into a more manageable 45mm case that fits better under a cuff or combat gloves. It features the same monochrome high-contrast display that is readable in blinding desert sunlight and compatible with night vision goggles, NVG. The tactical features are all present: dual-format GPS coordinates, displaying both MGRs and latitude-longitude simultaneously, waypoint projection, and trackback routing. The solar glass on this model is incredibly efficient. In power-saver modes, you can go months without seeing a wall outlet. For the operator who wants the health-tracking heart rate, body battery, and stress tracking to monitor physical condition during rucks, this is the gold standard. It ranks higher than the 2X simply because of the form factor. The 45mm size is the Goldilocks zone for a tactical watch large enough to read at a glance, but light enough, 53G, that it doesn't snag on gear or slam into door frames during CQB maneuvers. It strikes a perfect balance between a smart wearable and a rugged field watch. Number 8 is the Casio G-Shock MTG M900DA 8CR. When you see stainless steel solar and 8CR in the same sentence, this is the digital tank people are talking about. Unlike the resin-clad G-Shocks, this model features a stainless steel bracelet and a resin steel composite case that feels virtually indestructible. It brings a level of durability that can survive being run over by a truck literally. The tactical aspect here is its set-it-and-forget-it nature. It features multi-band 6 atomic timekeeping, meaning it receives radio signals from 6 transmission stations worldwide, US, UK, Germany, Japan, China, to autocorrect the time every night. You never have to set it. You never have to change the battery thanks to tough solar charging. It is the ultimate logistics-free watch. The digital display is large, crisp, and provides instant situational awareness with a dedicated eye for battery level and signal reception. While the polished stainless steel might seem shiny for a tactical environment, many operators prefer it for its resistance to solvents, DET, and fuel, which can sometimes degrade resin straps over years of abuse. It's heavy, it's distinct, and it will likely outlive the wearer. Number 7, we have the Suunto Core Alpha Stealth. This is the non-GPS king of field watches. Suunto took their legendary Core, The watch famously used by Denzel Washington in The Equalizer and hardened it specifically for military use. The Alpha Stealth variant meets MIL STD 810 standards, meaning it has passed rigorous tests for pressure, heat, cold, and shock. The standout feature is the red light mode. Unlike standard backlights that can blind you or give away your position, the deep red backlight is NVG compatible and preserves your natural night vision. It is technically an ABC watch, altimeter, barometer, compass. The storm alarm is legendary among snipers and outdoor guides for predicting weather shifts based on barometric pressure drops hours before the rain actually hits. It lacks GPS, which for many is a feature, not a bug. No GPS means no tracking, no hacking, and battery life measured in months, using a standard CR2032 user-replaceable battery. The textile strap is Berry Amendment compliant, made in the USA on some versions, and the negative display is incredibly stealthy. It's the watch for the navigator who trusts a map and compass over a satellite signal. Number 6. Seiko Prospex Arni SNJ22 P5. Affectionately known as the Arni, this is the modern reissue of the H55D8 5009, worn by Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator and Commando. But don't let the movie fame fool you. This is a serious piece of kit. It is a hybrid analog-digital diver rated to 200 meters, compliant with ISO 6425 standards for saturation diving. The tactical advantage of the Arni is the Solar Duo display. You get the instant readability of huge LumiBrite-coated analog hands for checking the time in a firefight, combined with a digital screen at the top for chronograph functions, alarms, and dual time. The tuna shroud that outer shell protecting the case acts as armor, deflecting impacts that would shatter a normal crystal or rip off a bezel. It's big, 47.8 mm, but it wears surprisingly small due to the short lugs. It represents the old-school cool of the 80s Special Forces era, updated with modern solar reliability. If it's tough enough to hunt an alien in the jungle, it's tough enough for your deployment. Number 5. Luminox Navy SEAL 3502. Luminox has been the official watch of the Navy SEALs for decades, and the 3500 series is the slightly larger, tougher evolution of the original color mark. The defining technology here is Luminox Light Technology, LLT. These are tiny glass tubes filled with tritium gas inserted into the hands and hour markers. Unlike superluminova or battery-powered backlights, tritium glows continuously for up to 25 years without needing any light source to charge. In a tactical scenario, this means you can read the time at over 300 hours in a pitch-black hull of a submarine without pushing a button or moving your wrist. The 3502 features a Carbonox case, a carbon-reinforced polycarbonate material that is ultra-lightweight, anti-magnetic, and does not get hot or cold to the touch in extreme environments. The 3502 specifically has a blackout aesthetic with subtle gray numbers, maximizing the low-drag philosophy. It is water-resistant to 200 meters and features a protected crown. It's the quintessential operator watch. Number 4. MWC P6560. Titanium Tactical Series, MWC, military watch company, based in Zurich, makes watches specifically for government contracts, not just for retail. The P656 is a beast built to exceed the U.S. MLW 46374F specification. The case is machined from solid titanium, making it significantly stronger than steel, but half the weight. Like the Luminox, it uses GTLS, gaseous tritium light sources, for constant illumination. However, the MWC uses a high-grade Swiss Ronda 715 Li quartz movement with a 10-year battery life. Read that again, 10 years. In a tactical environment, battery anxiety is real. Knowing your watch will tick for a decade without maintenance is a strategic advantage. It also features a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, harder to scratch than the mineral glass on the Luminox, and screw-down lug bars, meaning the strap cannot accidentally pop off if you get snagged on a fence or a parachute line. It is arguably the most robust analog watch on this list. Number 3. Luminox Navy SEAL Colormark 3051. While the 3502 is the newer model, the 3051 remains the icon. It is slightly smaller, 44 mm, and has a more aggressive, high-contrast dial design that has become the face of the brand. The white-on-black numerals are the most legible in the industry, period. Why is it ranked higher than the newer model? Proven track record and comfort. The 35-to-1's polyurethane strap is famously soft and flexible, conforming to the wrist better than stiffer tactical bands. The Carbonox case is incredibly light, around 50 g, making it disappear on the wrist until you need it. The tritium tubes on the 35-to-1 seem to pop even more due to the stark contrast of the dial markers. It's simple, it's effective, and it does exactly one thing perfectly. It tells you the time in hell. It's the AK-47 of analog watches' loose tolerances maybe, but it works every time. Number 2, Casio F91W, do not laugh. This watch has arguably seen more combat than any other timepiece on this list. From the wrists of insurgents to U.S. Army Rangers, the F91W is the definition of utilitarian chic. It is small, it is flat, and it is practically indestructible because there is almost no mass to break when you drop it. The tactical argument for the F91W is signature reduction and deniability. It doesn't look like a military watch. It looks like something you bought at a gas station because you did. If you are working in a low-vis capacity in a hostile city, a giant Garmin on your wrist screams American military. An F91W says local civilian. It has a 7-year battery life. It's water-resistant enough for swimming, despite the modest rating. And if it gets snagged and breaks, you just pull another one out of your bag. It is the ultimate disposable tool. In an era of $1,000 smartwatches, the 15 F91W is a rebellion against excess. Number 1, Timex Expedition Atlantis T5K463. This might shock the gear snobs, but let's look at the facts. The Atlantis combines the digital ruggedness of a G-Shock with the slim profile of the F91W, but adds features that blow both away for the price. First, Indiglow. It is universally recognized as the best backlight in the industry, illuminating the entire face evenly, far superior to the tiny side light of the F91W. Second, 100 member water resistance. Unlike the splash-proof Casio, you can actually dive with the Atlantis. Third, the user interface. It allows you to hide unused modes. Don't need the alarm or the second time zone. Turn them off so you don't have to cycle through them to get back to the chronograph. It features a resin case with a top ring of stainless steel composite that protects the screen. It has a 100-hour chronograph, great for tracking patrol times, and a countdown timer. But the real reason it's number 1 is the gray man factor. It looks like a cheap hiking watch from the 90s. It draws zero attention. It fits under tight cuffs. It's light, comfortable, and reliable. In a tactical world obsessed with looking cool, the Timex Atlantis focuses purely on being functional. It is the quiet professional of watches.